Salut tout le monde, it's your boy, Lukael. Welcome back to Blueprints. This is episode 18. In the last episode, we reached and attempted being the key word here, the final exam, and it didn't go so well. Turns out I was way less prepared than I thought. Plus, it was on a timer, which kind of changed the whole thing because I was going to take it easy. I was going to take my time, look through my little documents and solve each question, carefully. Instead, I only had 30 minutes, so we had to rush, and turns out there's a lot of questions I didn't know the answer to. We still need to review more documents and find more answers in the game, but the next time I will be prepared. Now, I know that in the previous episode, I said that today was going to be an episode where I would just review my documents and my notes and just kind of do some, studying of my notes, but I've decided to wait at least until I manage to read a new clue with the magnifying glass, because I feel like there's a lot of information in there that maybe is going to help me, and maybe like a few other things I need to look at with the magnifying glass. So I want to try and do at least one run where we find it, where we get to read it, and then after that we'll be reviewing notes. So episode 18, let's get into it. As always, thank you for joining me, and without any further ado, let's jump right in. Day 56. Bum bum. Is that the trophy? Is that the trophy for the whole house? Oh. Okay. I'm really relieved. I forgot about that. Yeah. At the end of the previous episode, we drafted the full house, and I got really scared that maybe I had to draft the 46th room. Otherwise, it didn't count. But no, here it is. So the last room I drafted was the boiler room, and I guess this trophy just can't show up in that room. Or maybe you're always supposed to get it the day after. But there it is. The full house trophy for drafting a room in every single open slot of your house. In recognition of exceptional architectural planning. That's right. My allowance and a letter. So we have 3 trophies now. This one, wait, what? This can't be right. 18? Wait, I'm on day 56 and I've only drafted the dart room 18 times? I feel like I got it almost every day. I feel like it should be at least like 40. How is it only 18? We're missing 4 rooms for... Wait. Hang on. Hang the fuck on. We're missing 4 rooms? 1? I only see 1. I guess 2. This one we haven't drafted. What are the other 2? We're missing 3 contraptions, which I know what they are, I think. The sweepstakes, that's not gonna happen. This one we'll get eventually. This one I guess I'll get whenever I can find what this room 8 is. Buying out the showroom. I don't know, maybe. The final exam. Okay. I don't know how many of these we'll get, but we'll see. I should go back to putting like coins in the fountain. It kind of acts as a miniature piggy bank where you get to save up this money and then eventually like get all of it, but it's only 1 per day. Or is it only 1 per day? Maybe you can put in as much as you want. Trading post, root cellar, or tool shed. I don't think you would get the magnifying glass in the tool shed. I might get it in the trading post. We haven't done trading post in a while, but this one would start me. I don't feel like you get the magnifying glass in this one, but it might be available in the trading post. Right, but I have no items to trade. Well, if we get far in the day... Ooh. I keep... I thought this was a battery pack. No, it's the dynamite. They don't let you pick it up, but I have to wonder if maybe eventually we'll get to pick it up, because why would it be there? Just to mess with you? Okay, so we don't have any items to start. So if we get kind of deep in and we haven't found the magnifying glass, I guess I'll go back, see if I can trade it. What else? We're looking for stamps. I need to get to the mail room. I have a bunch of letters I haven't read. Sanctum doors. Still looking for the microchips. No diary key today because that's the tomb. Still looking for upgrade disc, but I feel like I found all the ones I can for now. Right, getting behind the crown is like one big thing we have left to do. For that, I need the closed exhibit. So I don't have like any specific goal. I guess we're just gonna play and see what happens today. Hallway. Pantry. Bedroom. Looking for a magnifying glass. Kennel, chapel, kitchen. Sure. So now we do have water in the kitchen. Now I've made it where I should have the pool available with the trunks, and then I should be able to go back to the safe house too if I want. This will come back to later. Den's always nice down here. Conservatory. Sure. The vault. The vault. The vault is a rare. It's a dead end that gives you a lot of money. If you happen to have a key for it, sometimes there's stuff in there, but like I feel like the most important thing that you find in the vault was probably the sanctum key. I don't know what else is really there. I mean, there's the passports, but we rarely find a key. Should I put it on like unusual instead of rare? You do get a lot of money, which can be nice, but it is a dead end. I think maybe it costs 3 gems. Let's do unusual, just to make it a little bit more common. The gift shop is a rare? But it's free and it has multiple doors. I feel like I want this one to be like standard at least. I feel like standard I would want. And then kitchen is commonplace, that's fine. It could actually be a little bit more rare, the kitchen, because I don't know, we have a lot of ways of getting steps now. It's not as necessary. Let's put this one on standard, just so that we lower the rarity of some and then raise the rarity of some other ones, you know, just to balance things out. Yeah, that should be fine. Nook. Get some keys. Okay. No magnifying glass yet. I'm probably gonna get stuck right from the entrance hall, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. The best thing to get would be like spare bedroom or the corridor. We might get stuck right here. Ooh, perfect. Corridor. I don't have the security key. So if I do secret passage into the exhibit, that would be a bad idea because I couldn't open any of the doors. Let's do corridor. This is a good spot for chapel or drawing room. Let's do chapel. Save up on our gem. And let's go right. This goes into the foundation. We might have a magnifying glass in there. Let's do that. Aha! There it is. Now, did I read a new clue last time or did I order it? I think I read it, so I would need to get library, order it again, and then only tomorrow would I get to read it. But I can at least look at the stamp in the entrance hall and also the stamps in the library, like in the book of the stuff I've seen. So let's get sledgehammer. Let's just get all of this. These are all useful items. And just in case I forget like an idiot again, let me just go right back to the entrance hall and look at this damn stamp. There it is. Nuance. Not really showing anything I don't know. I do feel like nuance is probably the color green, because it's a color we haven't seen yet, and I mean, that's the color right there. Okay. Well, now we've seen it. I don't know if you need to look at a stamp with the magnifying glass for it to be added to your stamp collection in the library. I don't know. Another den or an observatory. Kind of going through gems quickly, but sure. This is the dead end one. This is... What is this one? It's the sail. This is the dead ends. I don't want this one. I do not want more dead ends. The sail is nice though. Just looking in case, you know, I might have missed something. Great deals. Let's do a den. The house is looking very symmetrical today. Look at that. It's like the same pattern. Money and dice. West Wing Hall. No? Garage? I think I need the gems more than the keys. Let's do storeroom. Can't dig. Passageway. I think I'm gonna redraw. I want to save my gems. I'm sure another one can take me up, like the library. Okay, did I order the book? Okay, no, I read the book, so I have to order it again for tomorrow. I'm just gonna have to keep ordering the same book over and over again. But what I can do is go look at my collection, because I haven't in a while. The records. Okay, so it took me, what, 9 hours, 42 minutes to reach room 46? Gold spent, total stars. How How have I only drafted 18 billiards room, but 49 parlors? I feel like I've drafted them as often. Gallery art name 3. 11 upgrade discs. 7 red letters, 6 sanctum keys. Top 3 checked items: the jackhammer, the power hammer, the master key. My favorite floor plans: the treasure trove. Most drafted is the den, courtyard, parlor. Most time spent in the entrance hall. I guess that makes sense. Contraptions I've made. So, hammer, battery, and lever. I had that written down. I already know what it does. It does the power hammer. The one I haven't done is battery and compass, and also rabbit foot and coin purse. And then there's another one. There's a third one that I need to do. Maybe I'll eventually get the paper that tells me what it is. Largest purchase was the master key for 79 gold. And here's... Okay, they need to be inspected to be added to the page, so... Morajai... See, it says Morajai, the white sea of your white. Fen Aries, it does show like the symbol, the pentagon, which was the symbol we put at the core. In fog, we are lost, and Fen Aries is foggy. So see, already you've got some information in there. In fire, we are found, and the stamp is red, and Fen Aries is red. So then nuance is probably green. I don't really see a symbol on this one, but I think nuance is like the rhombus. Or then Morajai could be either white or blue. It's probably one or the other, and then... I don't know about the symbol for it. I think it's the little rainbow, the little arch. Lavatory is still my most avoided. Highest grade was the final exam, and then you get your score here. Not a great score. I mean, it's not too bad, you know? 75, 83, 86, 100. It's algebra, which is the real problem, the one we'll need to study. Erajan was also pretty bad. I don't know if you need like 100% of the answers correct, or if you only need to have like an A+. But what I really want is a new clue. Well, red would be nice to reach the exhibit, but no. Let's redraw the treasure trove. All right. That's what it has to be. Two realms have the same color. Really? Really? I had honestly assumed that they all had different colors. That's interesting. The drafting studio. So at this point, I'm supposed to have all the plans already. Let's just do armory. And this is always the same items, right? The sledgehammer, the morning star, the torch. Ignore the effects of a red room. Okay, we're getting into locked doors now, so let's go back. Ah, shit. Shit. Okay, well, so much for that. Courtyard. Another locked door. Getting a lot of locked doors to today. We're done. We're done unless I get this and it has the key card in it. No key card. And no workshop. So I can't fuse these two items. I could go back outside to the trading post, but it would cost me a lot of steps. Because maybe they have a security card there. Oh, right. Another thing I need to do also is get on the computer and try the A key. The A admin key. For salt. Okay, so it's always one item for another. Metal detector, a dice, the compass, or the car keys. Well, none of these is the security key. So, no. Too bad. Let's go check out the computer in the server room. Alright, so the code I have yet to try is... I wanted to try day arc. Admin not found. And then Sinch. So there's no Herbert Sinclair. How did Herbert not have an admin code? I feel like he needed one, but okay, so what if we do a key? Wait, a key? What? A dot key? Wait. I thought that's what it was. I think I deleted that screenshot accidentally, so I don't actually have it. God damn it. Isn't that what it said? It said a key? What the... Okay, I'll have to read new clue again, I guess. I must have misinterpreted what it says. One thing I could do, while we have a few steps remaining and the magnifying glass, is go back to the safe house and look at that map again. I'm also double check for any documents that I didn't screenshot, because sometimes I see documents and then I don't like screenshot them. Oh, I think someone mentioned that I missed something in the room up there. Is it still open? It's still open. Apparently I missed something in there. But it's probably it's not gonna be accessible. Do I want to go through the hassle of turning things again? I guess I don't really have a choice. But things are like set up perfectly right now. I almost just want to look it up, but no, I don't want to do that. Ugh. Can I just turn it from here? Yeah, okay, I can just turn it from here. I'm not sure what I could have missed. Like a document? Because I remember this. And then this. Oh, why did this reset? It should still be on May 8th. So what did I miss? Oh. Is this what... Is this what I missed? Just this vision of a castle? I mean... I mean, that's interesting. Can I do anything about that? There's a castle underground? Huh. Is that what people meant that I missed? I guess that's what it has to be. I knew it couldn't be in the room itself because I looked everywhere, but I guess I didn't look through the window. Huh. Is it just because it's a cool visual, or does it actually teach you anything about like one of the puzzles? Like, is that relevant that there's a freaking castle underground? Delete it. There's still this. Not sure what that's about. I have to imagine maybe power hammer in this room. Alright, this is what I wanted to look at with the magnifying glass, so... Because here you can kind of read, but it's difficult, so... Moonside Courtyard, quietly hidden on the west end of the grounds, tucked away from the bustle of the guided museum crowds. Learson Hall. The restored original home of Prince Learson, donated to the city of Fen upon his death, now serves as the Royal Museum's beautiful West Annex. Tiskin Park. Museum grounds. Open to the general public, the museum grounds host a variety of verdure, as well as a number of sculpted pieces of contemporary art. We ask that guests please confine their exploration to the pathways. What if we don't? Museum grounds. Open to the general public, the museum grounds... Oh wait, that's what I just read. A monument of the victorious King Tiskin, adorned with sword, shield, and wings, made to commemorate the end of the War of the Fifth Era. This feels important. White Pharaoh Marigold 105. Manning at 1010. And then yeah, guards, security doors. This is the representation of the closed exhibit. Okay, yeah, it told you at the back, security system controls. That's what I figured. For special events of a certain magnitude, the lot west is open to serve for overflow parking should the main south lot be at maximum capacity. Closed exhibit. Both Learson Hall and the main concourse feature a number of, quote, closed exhibits which are reserved for an upper tier of elite patronage and are not currently open to the public for admission. Garden pathway. Enjoy a leisurely stroll on one of our many winding garden pathways, which can be accessed from both a west and south entry and are free to use without ticket purchase. And Museum Station Cafe. Further west, the Royal Museum's dedicated and now defunct train station sits and has been converted into a restaurant for our patrons to enjoy after visiting the museum. Ascend the historic steps and be a part of history. The Royal Museum's main concourse, built on the former estate of Prince Learson, has served as the realm's central hub of art and culture for over 100 years. One ticket grants you access to all of the Royal Museum's public exhibits, most of which celebrate a legacy of artists and paintings showcasing the royal color red. As cool as this would be, it's too easy to track, literally. Yeah, I think the main, like, small thing you're meant to read was this. Everything else you can kind of read if you squint. I guess if you look at the numbers and like where things are, it gives you kind of a map of Orinda Aries. So this is a very weird way to show it. Ruffington, like this could help us in the geography questions of the final exam. West Depot, Orindia Station, Canyon Pass, Borderline. I'm borderline done with this. Okay. Something to review later. Let's send the boat back. It probably sends itself back automatically, because if you were to end the day here, then you'd be without a boat forever. There we go. Let's just call it a day. Wait, hang on. How many coins can you drop in the fountain? I think it's only 1 per day. Yeah, 1 per day. Don't know why the A key didn't work. There's like three main objectives I want to do. I want the diary key for the Ladyship's chamber. I want the magnifying glass for a new clue. Of course, the closed exhibit. There's the tomb. Alright, I guess it's a diary key day. Will the doors still be open even if I don't have the torch? Yes, they are. I think they're giving you dice to help you get Her Ladyship's chamber. So it has to be in the west part of the house, and it needs to be a door that goes down. So now that I know, I'm gonna try to do what I was trying to do last time, where I'm gonna draft on the right side of the house just to better my odds of getting the room I want. And then just hope that we get it. Alright, so let's keep the west wing for later. Nook. And I also do need the magnifying glass today. Pantry. Also, let me make sure. Okay, it doesn't cost anything to draft, so even if I don't have a gem, I should be fine. The rarity is on standard right now, so it shouldn't be too hard to get. I hope there's something important in that journal. Laboratory. That's gonna give me a computer. Each time you find trash, when you draft a hallway, for each bedroom you draft. I guess let's add a small chest to the entrance hall. Like, it showed this image right here. As if this is where you're supposed to enter it, but... Let's do security, lower these doors. Alright, Let's keep going up. Hallway won't really help us. But I guess that's better than a dead end. Or I could redraw. No, I need to keep my redraws for the Ladyship's chamber. So let's just do hallway. Even though it's not great. If that went up, that would have been much better. This is gonna cost me a gem. Not a great spot for the chapel. But okay, let's do it. Break room would help for tomorrow. It would give me some keys. Let's do that. Eight. 11, 33, 13, 20. 9. 45. Minus 35, that's 10. 20 divided by 20, that's 1. 9 and 4. Which one do I do first? I guess it doesn't matter. 1 times 4 times 9. 36 minus 20. 16. The silver key. I would want to draft as much of the house as possible before getting on the west side, but it's not looking great so far. Maybe I could go back down. And let's just do it from here. Special key. Lose half your steps. With this one, we could redraw. Let's do that, because I'll find a gem in here too. I do need the gem. Let's do that. Plus it connects. Now if I could connect to the entrance hall, that would be good. I mean, I need the gems. But I need to succeed this puzzle. The gems are in the blue box. Okay, that's simple enough. Every statement with the word black is false. Okay. The gems are in the black box. Okay. Okay, if this is true, then this is false. And this is false. If this is false, then this is true. And this could be true. If this is true, well, it can be true because it would also be false because it has it on itself. I hate these like contradictory where like even the thing itself is false. So it's like if this was true, then it would also be false. And if it's false, that every statement with the word black is false, then only some are false. If this is true, Then this is false. And this would also be true. Okay, so it's all about this one. It's all about whether this one is true or false. One of the other two is telling the truth, the other one is lying. So the tiebreaker is this one that says every statement with the word black is false. But then if it's true, then the statement itself would be false. So then it can't be true. So then a statement with the word black is not false. And they would be here. Okay, I was really scared for this one. I wasn't sure at all. But we got it. Let's keep drafting. Passageway for 2 gems. I mean, that's about as good as it gets. I probably should, even though I hate spending my gems like this, but okay. And I won't go left until I have to, just to get better chances of getting the leadership's chamber. So let's go right. It's going to cost me a key. All I have is the diary key. I don't have the magnifying glass, so maybe I should get the commissary. Or another gem, but there could be gem on sale. Let's get commissary so we can spend our money. There is a magnifying glass and there are gems. Hell yeah. Let's get that, the shovel, the magnifying glass. And a couple more gems too. Very good, very good. Go up. Conference room. This will have the money from the 2-minute. This is too many gems. Yeah, let's get conference room. Okay, there's nothing for now. The armory going down. More likely to draw unusual and rare rooms. Usually I would want this. But the leadership's chamber is no longer unusual, right? It's on standard now because I changed it. So then, I guess the armory? This is basically the sledgehammer, so let's get that. Don't need the torch, don't need the shield. Unless I used it for the gymnasium, so it doesn't take, not the gymnasium, the weight room. But then I'll be out of money, but sure. Let's get it. This would be perfect for a dead end. I wish it didn't cost me a key though. I kind of need my keys to go elsewhere. There's the library. Okay, I need to use the library while I can, because I have the magnifying glass. So this is the time to look at this book and to finally understand it. Okay, I think the treasure map is this room, the break room. A new clue. Let's go. Let's learn some things. Route 8. This is all just little scribbles. Dead cases, lavatory. Closet, attic, furnace, solarium. I think it just means like dead ends. Départ. Suspect list. Suspect for what? Charles Riskel, Christoph Clark, Bo Lee, Sandra Dillon, Ron Mayford, Richard Scott, and then there's numbers. Are these like admin keys? With ages. Corner cases, parlor, yeah. Okay. I don't know what this is referring to. Keep left. Oh, right, and there's numbers here, so low in all of the rooms. 514. He had searched every corner, 3 in each of the tombs. Maybe you need to rearrange these words in that order. Case 49 and 6 checked every space. If he found a new clue 10, he'd know what to do. Let me transcribe this because I think it's spelling something. It spells all checked corners case rooms had a lowercase clue found in the rooms. Okay. All checked corner case. So patio, nook, office, and pantry. So what you're saying that in each of these rooms there's a lowercase clue. So like a letter I need to write down. Keep left. Oh, it probably says keep left because you need to look at these numbers. Tender cipher, lunar renamed. Uncle Aw draft the 6s. So Mary. Gates, right. This is probably Erajan. Draft the 6s. Shifted extras, the fixed. Draft the 6s? So it's like the S is there, the X is there, the D is there, the fixed stars? What are you saying? Draft the 6s, like the 6th letter? Draft the 6s? He checked the colors of the spines that were bound, doubled the meaning of each seasonal greeting, found that the diction of each word was sound. There's something here about like either the letters in these words, maybe the names of the books in the secret passage, like the names on the spines of the books. This is your clue that the hammer can break the vase. And it shows it in the entrance hall. That's clever. Record. Each? Each what? Why each? That's that painting. That's the photo of my mom with the other two. That's the photo in the ballroom. Major. Dead end, major key, XYZ, A, B, C. Seen all the signs. Then the metro. The library. Assume page count starts on title pages. Page A, word X, page C, XYZ, A, B, C. Assume page count starts on title pages. I'm trying to understand what it's trying to tell me here. Okay, this is the page I forgot to screenshot. Bunch of photos. The cook. The suspect is minor. The suspect is major. The suspect is a key. I thought for sure this was going to be a key as in like admin key. Because it shows the computer terminals. Oh, but there's a list of suspect on the way. Maybe that's what it is. You have to look at the list of suspects and just try all of them, and eventually you find like an admin key that leads to something. The suspect is a key. Oh, it's probably Bo Lee. Because they said it didn't fit the format. So it might be like Lee B. Okay. There's more to this book, but I'll get back to it once we're like reviewing stuff. Because clearly there's something about like drafting specific letters of like specific books. And it's very, very cryptic. The showroom, Night Shield. So now this one is shielded and I can draft it without losing my steps. Ah, shielded. That's pretty cool. That's pretty useful. Might as well open this. And it's gonna stay shielded for the whole day, right? One would hope. 2 security doors. Damn. And it's locked, of course. Okay, let's go back. This door was locked. I wish you could buy some keys in here, but you can't. Time to go left. Time to go left and hope we can get Her Ladyship's diary. I guess then, even though I have got plenty of gems. Bedroom going down. I want as many chances as I can. Because it has to be a door leading down, right? So now I just need to get the Ladyship's chamber. Fuck. Fuck. I'm gonna run out of keys. That's what's gonna happen. Unless I get the locksmith. Oh, that's dangerous though. I only have one path there. But I need it because I'm out of keys, so I have to do it. Ah, shit. Okay, let's hope I get lucky. Wait, no, fuck! I used all my money! I don't actually have any money. Oh, I forgot. I forgot I used all my freaking money. Shit. Oh, shit. Fuck. I only have one door at the entrance. I messed up. I messed up. I could dig. Maybe find a key. Coins. An old shoe. That's it. This is really bad. This is my only door. Let's do dining room. Okay, it needs to be a door going south. Spare bedroom. It's not looking too good. I need a door that's gonna take me left, and then I need a door that's gonna take me down. Fuck. Courtyard. I had to waste a dice for that. There's a key. Okay, okay. Sledgehammer. Okay, I have 2 chances. I have another chance here. I have another chance. Broken lever. Give me Ladyship's chamber. Fuck. Alright, bedroom closet. Extra key and gem. Oh, I'm low on steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm barely gonna make it. I can't come in from this side. I need to come in from the other side. And it's only thanks to the lunge. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to go. Not really feeling it, but I might get lucky. Oh, and I won't get to make it back to the break room either. This sucks. This sucks. Oh? Wait, I got 10 more steps. Oh, I guess that's how the lunchbox works. Okay. Thank you. I might make it to the break room. I have 2 chances because I have 1 dice. Give me Ladyship's chamber. Fuck. Fuck. I did get 1 comment that explained that because I changed the rarity of the Ladyship's chamber, like there's a bug in the game or something where if you make it more common, it actually becomes rarer or something. I don't know exactly how that works. But if so, that really sucks, dude. If so, and I just made things hard on myself, that really sucks. This room is basically useless now. I don't really have enough steps to keep going. No, because it's a key card door up there, so I can't. I can't keep going. Like, ideally, I would want to put the Ladyship's diary in the code check, but I didn't get the code check today. Eventually, that's what I'm gonna have to do, is like put it in the code check and just always put it back there until I can actually draft it, because otherwise you can only do it on days where you get a tomb. That's maybe one day out of every 6. So let's just call it a day. So I'm going to quit, and we're going to do, like I said, we're going to review notes. Alright, so this is going to be pretty weird. It's going to require a lot of editing on my end. But basically, I'm just going to be reviewing all of my screenshots and my notes and try to see if there's any information I can figure out. Probably try and figure out the answers to the final exam. And you can't really see it because of the light. I have also got my notes on paper for the realms. So I'm still looking for the information for most of the realms. I've only done 2. I've only done Orinda Ares and Fen Ares. So I reviewed Realm and Rune, and so I'm looking for these information. So we've got many options for each realm. We're looking for transportation, weather, and the type of society. So you've got naval, you have roads, horseback, trains, aviation, camels, desert, and then turtleback. And then you have normal weather, foggy, extreme heat, rainy, stormy, cold, and windy. And for the society, you've got tribal, agricultural, martial, metropolitan, academic, industrial, spiritual, and poetic. Now, I guess it doesn't mean that each different realm has like a different... The same type could be used by more than one nation. So Orinda Ares was trains, foggy, metropolitan, and black. For Fen Ares, it was road carriage. But Orinda Ares and Fen Ares are the same place. But I guess Orinda then gave way to Fen Ares. And they destroyed the trains, so instead they became a road and carriage society. They were always foggy. They started metropolitan and became militaristic. And then they went from the color black to red. So for Korarika, we know it's orange. Eraja, we know is purple. Arch Ares is yellow, at least I think. Vera, we don't know. Morajai is either white or blue, just based on the stamp. And then Nuance, I think, is green. Let's review everything we have and see if we see any information. Could also just be names of people or anything, so... We've still got this, 45 times 2, 90, divided by 9, that's 10, minus 2, that's 8. Coincidence that it's an 8? Like room 8? They really love the number 8? Still not really sure what this is supposed to tell you. So here we have the books from the secret passage, but they're not the same names as the one we saw in a new clue, so I don't think this is relevant. I think it's really just to tell you what kind of room you're gonna get. I don't think the name is relevant. Red Rover, Scarlet, Gold Sink, the key to the bedroom, Green Thumb, the Halls of Holly. I did want to compare the history of Arindia, like redacted and non-redacted version, just to see how what do they not want us to read, basically. So they don't want any mention of Arindia. Was once the name used to designate the realms of the eastern waters. Basically anything that sounds like patriotic to what Arindia used to be. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. We must not let the flame of our history dwindle. And like, am I crazy, or is Castle Arindia what we saw underground? Could it be that the castle was underground? So here the only thing they redact is the name Arindia. By the end of the 1st century, the Black Banners of Arindia. They don't even want you to know the name of it. Any mention of Arindia is just redacted. So basically, I guess Arindia is like all of 3 continents put together, right? All of these together is Arindia. And Arindia contains Arch Ares, Eraja, and originally Orinda Ares, which became Fen Ares. The mystical realm of the ancestors. And they don't want you to know this either. Okay, well, Arch Aries, it said the land of the northern storms. So it's fair to assume that Arch Aries, the type is storms, right? It's a wild and untamed expanse. Is it still like that though? Because if so, it could still be like either tribal or spiritual. And then Eraja, the mystical realm of the ancestor. Mystical? So maybe spiritual or like poetic? Because it says magic, the poetry of the old tongue. Okay, well then it's either poetic or spiritual, I feel. Here everything is fine except the construction of a vast network of railways. This whole thing they don't want to know. So that's the third era. Everything was cool. And they had railways that connected all three realms. The mountains of Arch Aries, which would they still have these railroads in Arch Aries? So we've got Detective Bon Margol from the Red Guard here, who's like, thank you for your cooperation. Unfortunately, I don't have a screenshot of just this page without the letter. So it does say he moved the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington, where we are, to the public stage of Oris, leaving castle and court behind. So the castle we saw underground could very well be that castle Oris that is mentioned here. So it used to be the capital prior to the 4th era, and then they moved instead to Oris. So most people were happy about that he moved to Oris, but some were not happy, mostly the people of Fen, which I guess was a different city, the grand city of Fen. And then the 5th era is Ruin. So after this king of the people, the King Désilé, passed, he died naturally in his old age, which again they don't want you to know, surrounded by his people in Oris, far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen. So I would need to see a map again. So he had moved the capital to Oris, he was just chilling there, things were good, but people in Fen were angry in the west. And they don't want you to say, self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch, bolstered by a surprising number of supporters due to the fact that Désilé, the son of King Désilé III, I guess he was not very liked. He had the name, but people didn't really like him. And so there was a civil war to defend insurrection, but instead of restoring order, there was a campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen were transformed into a battlefield. And I guess the Morning Bay is right next to Fen. And somehow they don't censor any of this. The pacification of Fen was so brutal, as sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. The general of the Northern Regiment, who I guess he was the first true leader, they persuaded Arch Aries and Nuance. So Arch Aries was the realm at the north, and Nuance was like a little bit to the west of Eraja. The War of the 5th Era lasted 22 years, and then Prince Learson also died. Oris had fallen, and with it the realm. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, so they fled to Eraja. So today the realms are Fen Aries, Arch Aries, and Eraja. As those trees continue to grow, so do our hopes for a common future, where we are not defined by the colors of the banners we raise, but by that which connects us. Orindia. There's still like this thing in the cloister, CXET. What the hell does this mean? We do have these notes from the miners saying like this site is much older than we at first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried, so I guess maybe the whole castle was buried on purpose. But like, was Thomas Sinclair aware of this? Because clearly he was having some people here to like excavate some of this stuff, but maybe he was just building the mansion. A lot of this is not necessarily a clue, it's just, you know, lore and the story of these characters. This paper only tells us that this is the format for the admin keys, like first 4 letters of your last name, followed by the first initial. Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red, a statement that has been held with much skepticism by many pundits that view the book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. So at this point, is there still like a king? I mean, there's a royal guard, a Royalist Party, and I guess they want to bring back the old Orinda Aries. They want to bring back the black flag. Caleb Manning and his publisher, Philip White. Caleb Manning, yeah, that's my mother's mentor. Philip White, that must be the other guy. So there were two guys with her in the safe house. One of them must be Manning and the other one must be White. So that was her publisher? All right, and when we saw the emails, the guy was like, oh, this is for Philip. And he was like, who's Philip? I'm Paul Withers. But Paul Withers must just be like his alias. It must actually be Philip White. Farrow must be the other name of Caleb Manning. In the Trinsdale bombing, so they might have done like a straight up bombing. The work of the insurgent group RLCF. The Children of Blackwater. Why RLCF? What does that mean? The Reddington Liberation Front. It has to be like Reddington something. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, in '83, an associate editor with the company was arrested for a criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. So her mentor, Caleb Manning, was arrested. That's when she dropped Ruffington Press. Manning and White. Okay, yeah, that's definitely them. Manning and White. There they are. So they were in the safe house. So Caleb Manning, Philip White, that's his real name, and my mom, Marion Marigold, they were hiding in the safe house after stealing the crown. But they weren't able to capture him, right? They were in hiding. Or were they captured after this? The Cinca heiress. And then she also disappeared. At the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. She never arrived home. But when she disappeared, it's because she disappeared in the safe house, right? Or is this later? Okay, no, yeah. They stayed 6 months in the safe house and then they stole the crown. Thieves in the royal capital of Pen Aries have broken into one of the crown's fabled closed exhibits. The authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by masked intruders brandishing firearms. Subdued the royal guard, although the royal guard subdued themselves, so they must have been Orindia loyalist. The renowned ruby crown of Orinda Aries, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. So it's the crown of the original king. The theft was politically motivated. Then there was Denny Ravane, who was the groundskeeper that got fired, so his admin key is also expired. You've got Randolph Moore, that's the lead lab technician for Cinca. Kimberly Thompson, who's the assistant lab technician, her access still works. Then you have Anne Babbage, who only has personal access, Hartley Rhoda, who's Herbert's personal valet, and Danny Ravane, who was fired. And there's 3 additional delisted admin keys, so there's Paul Withers, Jean Ribbon. I think Jean Ribbon is the alternate name of Caleb Manning. Well then, who's Farrow? Who's Farrow? Farrow might be like an organization? There's 3 more, so I found 2. What's the other one? I guess one could be for my mom. Have I never tried like Marigold? Like Mary M? Because if the other 2 have access, you'd think she also would have access. And there's also like a fake admin code, which I guess maybe is Lee B, as we saw in the book. So Danny Ravane was terminated in '92 on suspicion of blackmail. So maybe some of these blackmail letters we found are from Danny Ravane. Like, because he was just snooping around while working on the grounds. Like, he learned about some of the political stuff that Herbert was doing and then like blackmailed him. Recording capabilities of all cameras was disabled, but is it possible to like re-enable it? The video playback functionality on the security terminal. Well, they did say delete it because I guess they were scared because there's a camera in the safe house, so they wanted to make sure this footage got deleted so people wouldn't know they were in the safe house. But is it possible for me to re-enable it? The requested name doesn't quite fit with our typical length formatting, so it would have to be Lee B. A new project he's working on in the clock tower. This was for the clock puzzle. That's why he needed the blue and red memos. Kirk Darren, I guess that's a guy working in security. Please suspend all security camera recordings. Live surveillance has been approved, but the Baron no longer wishes to have tape logs of activity on the estate. Of course, there's this fucking letter. It's like, what was he gonna say? He was gonna say something to Simon, but what is it? The coat of arms shows 1213 on it. I wonder if that's relevant at all. Southward. I still don't know, like, what was this? What is this a clue for other than it says sacred? Wait, there were 4 of them? This is when they were in the shelter. He said this communication method is fully secure. I'm the only lab technician with network access, the only one who uses this terminal. I'm working to get you more supplies, but I'm not focusing on essentials as I believe there's enough food in the shelter to last for the duration. And then I guess Mary answered, there's not nearly as much room here as I remember from my youth. If it was just me, I wouldn't mind, but with 4 of us, and the space we are going to need for planning. So they started in the shelter and then they moved to the safe house and they were planning the heist from there. You may have an idea for a more long-term solution. It's going to require some doing. So, okay, then Herbert sent them in the safe house. That's why he drafted the pump room. You will be taking a boat ride shortly. See, this is also a hint to that, to going to the safe house. The Red Guard is coming tomorrow to begin their formal inquiry into the disappearance. Hang tight for now. It has been a somewhat bittersweet experience working on such a historically significant excavation over the past 30-odd months. It's like 3 years. Being unable to share any of that work with the world, maybe one day. There's a significant amount of work that has yet to be done. We must conclude our efforts in the main cavern and reinforce the structural integrity of the site before we seal the tunnels next month. It may be many generations before they are reopened. The Rutherford Mining Company Excavation Department. So were they trying to excavate the castle? And then cat? Is this related to the CXET? Because it's kind of placed similar. It's like CX would be here, T is down here. I don't know if that's anything. Alright, then we've got our symbols. This one I'm pretty sure I have correct. Like this is Fen Aries, Eraja. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these are all wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the ones that are correct. This is wrong, and this is wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, these 2 are wrong because they're inverted. So you have Moraven and Orindia. Orindia is all of these, so even nuance, I guess, is part of it. And then what is Moraven? This spiral of stars, like so. Or sphere. What does or sphere mean? Or sphere and et sphere. Right, it's north, south, east, west, right? All right, we do have the directions in the final exam. So that's what et sphere is. I guess it's east sphere. And this is for the 3rd era. So et and then is south. So et sphere, that's east sphere for the 3rd era, the seeker of signs. Now, why does it show these signs like this? So Korarika would be at the center. Why? That's the part I don't really know. At this point, it was still Orinda Aries. In say. In say. In is for north. Say must be sea. Right. Or say. Okay, say must be sea. Or like ocean or something. And then age say. So like at the center. Or say is eclipse. So south eclipse. In eclipse is north eclipse. And then you've got the planets, which are named like the angels. So Mora, Doja, Veya, Fen, Mora. I guess they gave the name Fen to one of the planets. And Moraven, I don't know, there's Orindia and there's Moraven. That's the other continent. So Morajai, they've got the boats, Aj, Sei, that's first sea. Kurarika, the great Tres, the last sea. So you have the first sea and the last sea. And this teaches you like the symbols. This tells me that, yeah, Vera is this symbol. And nuance is like the rhombus, which means Morajai is the little arch and Korarika is the arrow. So here for these questions, I think I already had it right last time. But the first crown ruler Fen Aries, it can't be Learson because he died. Désilé was also dead. So it has to be General Teskin. We only learn his name here, unless it shows up somewhere else. Which city in Fen Aries is named after a historical figure? It's Oris. How many sons did the fourth king of Orindia have? He had 2, because the other one was a daughter. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 years. Which realm did not ally? It was Eraja. They just minded their own business. And then the Black Flag. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 out of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 out of 6. 1, 2, 3. 3 out of 6. Okay, so this is all correct. I'm pretty sure about these questions. This is the Civil War. And then this general. And so I guess that's not them building the railways. It's them destroying them, actually. One thing that might be important here. Here you've got the Orinda statue. They've got the red flags. And then they were gifted a balloon by the Green Nation. Now, we do have aviation, dirigibles, balloons. That's one of the transportation type. And if it's with green, then this might be from Nuance, this balloon. Which would mean that Nuance has aviation as their transportation type. Now, they show us a piece here of the outside. It's a piece of a... It's only a piece of a sigil, but if we can guess to which realm it is, we could deduce the rest. So it's got the squiggly lines, which means heat. Let's look at the color. This is pink? Okay, this is pink. So one of the realms has a pink border. Could be Vera. Because Vera is the only one that I don't have a color for. If so, then the motes would be spiritual. And then this would be... Well, you only see 2. It's either aviation, turtleback, or naval. I guess we don't really know for that part. She sent a letter saying it was becoming too cold. So does that mean that she would be living in like the cold realm at this point? In 74, she would have been in school. In school where? 3 years is too long a time to be away from home. Where did she go to school? Is it ever mentioned in like her biography or something? The Mahu life suits me? What does Mahu mean? Like, does that mean someone who doesn't have a... Doesn't seem like Mahu is an actual word in English. Maybe it's in Erajan. Oh, there's house. Wait, Mashu. Oh, small house. Okay, so the small house life suits me. Okay. Not that I didn't love Mount Holly, which is much bigger. We are returning east and should arrive on Tuesday. If coast is not clear, lower the AD to warn us. The AD. I still have no clue what this means. Oh, I guess I never looked at this stamp with the magnifying glass either, but it just says Orinda Aries. Which is weird because, like, why does this stamp still exist? Because it's in Fen Aries. I'm surprised this stamp even still exists. Reddington. So I guess he just stopped by Reddington, and Reddington counts as part of the old kingdom of Orinda Aries. And you can see the angel. That's Veya, I think. But then this is the Orindia angel with the crown and the scepter. Morajai puzzle boxes featuring the black Orinda Aries sigil were destroyed after the war, so they are rare. The drop-off address is Sandy Heights, a small garage on the south edge of Strinsdale. The goods are secure in the trunk. Just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already has payment ready. Who wrote this message? Alright, this is where it gets freaking complicated. So 3 times 3, that's 9. They can all agree this is 9. They all agree this is 4. Because it's 9 minus 5, so 4. They don't all agree on what this is. One says 4, 16, or 44. So which one is right? And the thing is, they all have like really shitty scores. They all have D+, C, or C. I guess this one is 9 out of 12. It's not too bad. So let's look at this one first, because this one has the most correct answers. 3 of these are wrong. But which ones? What does it mean if the square is like yellow? If a blue square is times itself, then yellow square would be times itself negative, or like divided by itself, maybe? But no, because then you'd have like 7 divided by 5. Wait, no. Maybe it's minus 5 times itself, so like minus 25. But then the answer would be 7 minus 25, so like... First of all, I need to know what it means when the color in the square is not blue. 36, 36. Okay, these both say 36 for this. So 2 times 2, that's 4. Don't square till you're there. Okay, so 3. 3 times 2, that's 6. Time itself, okay, 36. So 3 times 2, okay, so 7 minus 5, that's 2, times itself. So 4. I guess the square, it doesn't matter if the color is different. It just means don't square till you're there. So it's always times itself. But like, what number are you at this point? So 2 times 2. So 4 times 1 plus 1. Well, 1 times 1 is still 1, so this would be just 4? I feel like it's just 4. These say 16, but 2 times 2, 4. Times 1, that's still just 4. Let me get a freaking calculator. So 5 times 2, 10. Time itself, so 100 plus 5, so 105. Minus 95 times itself, so 100. No idea. Okay, I think this is 100. But then what if it's this? Do they all have the same? Okay, these two say 61. These two say, this one says 4. 19, 2. Let's assume these two people know what this means. So if it's not times itself, the opposite would be divided by itself. But that doesn't make any sense. That would always be 1. So 16 becomes 61. See, this one makes more sense. Like, what number, if divided, like what number do you have to divide it by for it to become, you know, like a square root? I think that's what a square root is. So if it's square root, then it's 4. But there's no number times itself that does 12. Basically, this would only work for, I mean, it could be, but you'd have like decimals. Right? Can you do square root? Am I 16 square root? Yeah, it's 4. And square root of 12 is, yeah, it's 3.4. It can't be that. So if it's 61, then maybe you just invert the numbers. So 16 becomes 61. 12 becomes 21. 21 minus 2, 19. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I think that's what it is. So you invert the numerals. Now, with this, those squiggly lines, do they all say 22? They don't. But clearly you're supposed to like round the number. So if you round it to 1 decimal, I mean, it would be 22 if you only round it to the closest. And then when there's 2 squiggly lines, I think you rounded up another numeral. So here I think it would be 20. Yeah, 20. And then this, if there's 3, so you round this one, you round this one, and you round this one. Okay, they say 40, this one says 1. So if you round this up, it's 60. If you round it up more, it's still 60. I don't think they would round up the decimal, or would they? Maybe you only round up the first actual number. So then it would be 22. If you round it up even more, it's 20. And if you round that up even more, then it's 0. It's either 0 or 100. So this would become 100. 100 minus 60. 40? They do say 40. Okay. So let me try and actually answer this. Do I have like this blank? Alright, so that's 3. I'm just gonna have to draw it on this blank version. Wait, no, it's not 3, it's 9. 9. 9 minus 5, so 4. Don't square till you're there. So 7 minus 5, 2 times 2, that's 4 again. 3 times 2, 6 times itself, 36. 2 times 2, 4. Times 1, 4. Times itself, 16. Okay, 5 times 2, 10. Times itself, 100. Plus 5, 105. Minus 95, 10. Times itself, 100. This would be 61. 21 minus 2, so 19. Don't square it till you're there. So 30 minus 5, 25. 52. Then this would be 22. This would be, you round it up once, yeah, that's 22. You round it up twice, that's 0. Round it up once, 60. Round it up twice. Wait. Round it up once, 22. If you run it up once, that's 22. If you run it up twice, it's 20. It's not 0. It's 20. So this becomes 60. Then it's 60 again, because it's already rounded. And then it becomes 100. Whereas this is 60, so 100 minus, so this would be 40, I think. Okay, so these are my answers. Okay, these are my answers. Let's see if they match the score that they were given. So 7 out of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 7 out of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 out of 12, yes. And then 9 out of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I think I have it correct because my score matches all the scores they were given. So I think I get it. I think I get it for the algebra. Then you have the Rajan. Foreign language class. Ulgo. It does say that it borrows verbs from other languages, so you would think English. In this case, Ulgo could just be like, when paired with verb, can mean I will or I won't. So like I will go. Nev Dao would be, Nev is new, start of, Dao is day. So new day. The new day. New day. Ajlor. Ajlor is first word. And then Ulgo is like I will go or like I won't go. Will you go? Can you teach me a new word? So 5 out of 6, 4 out of 6, 4 out of 6. Ajlor, Nevlor. Ajlor is like first word. It says first, not new. But we don't have a word for new on the board. We have to trust what they say. Nevlor. New word. Okay, so Nevlor does make sense. New word. But it also has teach. Ul teach. You teach. So ul could be you. Or no, because it says me. Can you teach me? Well, then which one is it? When paired with a verb, it means I will or I won't. But I don't understand. I don't quite understand that rule. So I do think you need the teach in there because you need an action. So it's probably this. Ajlor ul teach Nevlor. Which is weird because they all say first word. Like, why do they all say first word? Unless Ajlor means hello. Maybe this is hello. But if you translate it, it says first word. Oh, because hello is the first word you say? First word as in a greeting? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Ajlor is like, hello. And then teach me. New word. The large house is toward the east. That would be Huam. Yeah, Huam is large house. They all say Ovet. I mean, that's what it has to be then. Ovet. Well, et is east of toward. Yeah, toward the east. That works. I will swim at dawn. They need to have swim. So L swim at dawn because it's a new day. El swim nev dao. This one says aj dao instead. First day. I do think it would be new day because it's dawn. I won't read at night. Readle nigh. Or is it le read nigh? I mean, they say ul teach, so I think it's supposed to be at the beginning. So it would be le read nigh. Oh, because it's I won't. So I will or I won't. But I don't get that rule. Like, which is it? Because it just has the little asterisk and it says el or le can be I will or I won't when paired with a verb similar to ul or lu. I was like, well, what's the rule? The branches of the tree are old. Acceptable. Très branche ven. Très ven ven. Ven, très ven. Ven is the end of the tree. Or old. Alright, because the end of, as in the branches of the tree are old. Okay, ven, très ven. Très branche ven. I don't think having branches, because branch is not a verb, so that doesn't work. Très ven ven. I think it's probably this one. The trunk of the tree is small. Ma nev tre, that works. It's small start of the tree. You should remember the Irajan terms for those. Ma nev tre, yeah. So if this is 5 out of 6, then this is the only one he has wrong. This one I feel like it should be le red nai. But it seems like it was accepted here because this one is wrong. Ajlor, Nevlor, it's missing the teach in there. So all the other ones should be correct. This is good, this is good, this is good. This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, now I guess it is riddle nai then. So if it's el, it's at the beginning, and le, it's at the end. 4 out of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is wrong. This is wrong. Okay. Oh, see, I haven't looked at this one either. With the magnifying glass, that's Arch Aries. It does seem very industrious. Because you can see like a chimney. I'll need to definitely hit the mailroom with the magnifying glass before I can decide these. But it's probably industrial, if I have to guess. So like you keep adding the stuff of all your different families, like all the different family trees before you. So eventually, if it keeps going, your children and your grandchildren will have like so many different symbols. But see, it added one for you. It added your dad's. Your dad has like a little music note. This one was Fen Aries, which is why you have the Royal Museum. And then it shows the whole city. It shows an angel in the front that you can't see from here, but you can see it on the pictures from the war. And it is Orendia in the city of Fen. Oh, this is where it mentions General Teskin, actually, on this piece of paper. General Teskin's victory. As the outclassed and struggling reinforcements of the dwindling Désilé army. Alright, so this I could just like add the specific names to what they are. So rail station is number 8. Mainway station, that's 9. Fen Central, that's 5. Tanner Fork, that's 10. Right, because this map helps us to know where the landmarks are. So Angel Tower's at the very top. Lumber Fields over here. We get the West Depot. It tells you that on this side is west, the other side is east. Trinsdale is up here. So like this, we get to actually see the locations of all this stuff. There we go. So now we have the location for all of these, and I could compare this to a map. Like this map. So we are here. That makes sense. We're on Mount Holly. And then Angel Tower, that's up there. Oh yeah, and you can see the water too. Like that river, it's up there too. So Aries Crossing, East Depot, Trinsdale is like there. Get Mount Holly. Oris is like down there. Oris Train Hall, right? And then at Orindia Station is Colossus Orinda. The Royal Museum is like right there. And then you got Fen Central here. Morning Bay is in Fen. And then Ruffington is like around here. At the top is Archeries. Down there is Eraja. Now, can I translate this fucking message? I do have it transcribed here, so... But I don't have the translation for all of this. Alright. Don't tell anyone I actually went to eat dinner and now I'm back. Anyway, let's finish this. So, we've got the text right here. Some of these I don't know what they mean. We do have these from the book. So Lord Word, Jor, Name. This is new. We didn't know this one. Oh, Major. Major, small name. So it's not major key, it's small name. Dead end. Major key. Okay, well, the main problem here is all these Iris, is. There's a lot of is. Is south. Okay, so let's see. Oval dagiris. Toward, like Aj would be first. But Iris we don't know. Toward me first. Ul, I will, like day, night, Mora. We don't know what Mora is. I can't fucking translate this. Like, there's too many things we don't know. Like Sinclair. It says Sinclair, Epson, forget. It's using a bunch of words that, like, I don't know. And as far as I know, I have no way to know because it's not in any of the documents we found. So, I don't know. I don't know about this shit. We'll have to come back to it. Maybe we can find more clues in the diary. Like if I was to actually open the diary, maybe there would be like clues to what these words mean and then we could translate this. That would make sense. It says HS Sinclair have network admin access. I mean, this is a lie. More than them have admin access, but Herbert didn't have access. I tried using like sync H as an admin code and it didn't work. Nuance, it's got the aviation that also tells you about the flying thing and about the green. And if you look at what it looks like, I guess it looks mountainous. So normal weather, I guess. Just from looking at it here, it seems like normal weather. But I mean, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a stamp, but seems to be normal weather. Two realms of the same color banner. So we saw this castle, which I guess is Oris Castle. Oh, right. She said there's 4 of us in here. So Marion Marigold, Philip White, Caleb Manning, and Faro. Whoever Faro is. So that's why there's 4. I guess Faro could be the one that took the picture of the 3 of them that's in the safe house. Dead end in major key. XYZ ABC. It's like an arrow. It's an arrow pointing down. Dead end in major key. XYZ ABC. What do you mean? Have you seen all the signs? A red circle and a yellow rhombus? Have you seen all the signs? X, then Y, then Z, then A, then B, then C. The way? Wait, this is another page. This is the The page that mentions the library. It's this page. All the way through. Hang on. It circles library and then the way. X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Red, page A, word X. Covers become red. Page C, word A. Page B, word Y. What the fuck are you talking about? Assume page count starts on title pages. Red, green, violet, blue. Do you mean all the books that she wrote? She wrote Swimbird, Red Prince, New Clue. But there's no green book. And so if you start with the red book? This is the violet book. Wait, hang on. By the title page, you mean this? Like the page that has the title on it? Okay, so what, that's page A? Like, why is it A, X, C, A, B, Y, Z, X? It doesn't even do them in order. Here it does X, X, A, Y, X. And then it says covers. So the covers of these books? But I don't have these books. The way is X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Library. Wait, are you saying these books are in the library? These books? Draft the Sixes, Uncle All, Lunar, Renamed, and Tender Cipher. Are these books in the library? Draft the Sixes, Shifted Extras, The Fixed Stars. What? I don't know what the fuck any of this means. I wish I could say I do, but I really don't. Alright, let's review the final exam. Sam left his house at 6 a.m., drove 3 hours north and passed 8 flags. He turned northwest at Tanner Fork. Hang on. Tanner Fork, right? He drove 3 hours north, past 8 flags. He turned northwest at Tanner Fork before arriving at Trinsdale. Well, the flag would be red, right? Because he's in Fen Aries. In the scenario above, where does Sam live? Well, if you look at the map here, presumably he started like here, maybe even lower than this. Like at Tanner Fork, he drove 3 hours and reached Trinsdale. So it's about the same distance down to Oris. So I guess he lives in Oris? What color is most often associated with hallways? Well, orange. Which of the following would be the least patriotic room pairing? I think greenhouse in Costa Rica. What color is the fruit that gives you +3 steps when consumed? Well, it's not the banana. Banana gives you 1. The apple gives you 2. The orange gives you, I think, 5. So it might be green, but I've only seen a green apple 1 time. I think it's green. So D? Only green? Solve the following problems. These we all got correct last time. 5 minus 5 times 2, that's still 0. 5 times 2, 10. Plus 2, 12. Times 2, 24. 5, 3, 15, 16, 11. 10, 40, 8, 4. 1 minus 3 minus 6 plus 7, that's 1. 3 minus 1 minus 8 minus 4 plus 5, that's also 1. Which element on the periodic table is represented by the symbol C? C, that's carbon. Directly below helium. That's Ne, neon. Not a real element. I think that's LL, right? Ag, yeah, this one's a bit of a catch, but it's silver because it's argentum or argent in French. Which element could not be used in the spelling of the word clues? Well, radon. Radon is Rn. How many elements at the top row? That's 2. The city of Fen is south of which small body of water? It's not that small, it's Morning Bay. How many cities in Fen are larger than Reddington? It said it was the 3rd largest, so 2. Which of the following realms is not near Fen Aries? Korarica? Yeah, Korarica is like on the other side of the ocean. Which sigil core denotes the realm of Arch Aries? It's the mountains, so A. What realm is directly north of Iraja? Fen Aries. Where are you right now as you take this exam? Well, you're on Mount Holly, Reddington, Fen Aries. Which 2 pieces of art would be best paired to depict the letter B? Bale and Ale. Which of the following pieces of art was not displayed in the grade 5 classroom? Cry is there, Flan is there, Bride is there, there's no jungle. Actually, I should have known this because I've never seen a picture of a jungle, so I should have known this one. Which of the following pieces of art is not displayed in the entrance hall? There is a face. It's a Realize. That's in the gallery. Can you find the difference? Yes, it's I, because this is Orindia and this is Orinda. The first crown ruler was General Teskin. In which era were the railroads destroyed? They showed the war and then the dead and then the guy is crowned and then they destroyed the railroads. So it's after the 5th era. It's probably in the 5th era. They were built in the 3rd one, so it can't be the 3rd one. But in the book, it doesn't specify that the railroads were destroyed in the 6th era. It just seems like we're in a time of peace now, so why would they destroy the railways? I mean, I think it's in the 6th era? How long did the War of the 5th era last? 22 years? What was the first capital city of Fen Aries? Well, again, this is kind of a trick question. Do you mean Orinda Aries? Or do you mean Fen Aries? Like once it became Fen, I guess it was the grand city of Fen. But if you go back all the way to the beginning, it was Reddington. So it depends if they respect that history or not. Let's see what they say in the redacted book. It's not in the book, so I guess it's not recognized that he moved from Reddington. Well, then it would be the grand city of Fen. Which realm gifted Fen Aries a dirigible to headway their victory parade at the conclusion of the war? It was Nuance. The deciding battle of the War of the 5th Era was fought on the southern shores near what famous landmark? On the southern shores? Like, would it be this battle? This isn't really specified anywhere as far as I know. I mean, Angel Tower is all the way up there. That doesn't sound like the southern shores. It could be this. It's not near Mount Holly. It's either the Royal Museum or like the Colossus. Is this supposed to be the decisive battle? Otherwise, it's not really mentioned anywhere else. Like, is this decisive battle? You don't see anything in the background, so... I mean, it says the southern shore, so I guess it's down there. So it would be Colossus Orinda. So C. Alright, here's where it gets a little trickier. It's the algebra questions. 6 times 6, 36. Minus 3 times itself, minus 9, minus 3 more, so minus 12. This is 21, right? So B. 11. Wait, so you only round up one number. So you round it up to what? 1 or 0? I guess 1. So 11, but you don't square till you're there. So 11 divided by 1? Okay, no, you do the number and then you do what's in there. So 11 divided by 3, right? Because it's going to give you like small numbers and then you round it up. So 11 divided by 3. That's 3.6. And if you round it up, then it's 4. Okay, so I think. Well, if you were to round up the first number you see, it would be like infinite. But they only seem to work with like one decimal. So let's say it's 4. 4 times itself, 16 plus 5, 21 times 2, 42 minus 1, 41, and then you invert it, so 14. Okay, let's see. 5 divided by 2, 2.5. 2.5 times 3. You round up the 5, so that's 8. You round it up more, that's 10. Minus 1, 9. 9 times 6, so 54. 54 plus 100, so 154 rounded up, that's... There's no decimal to round up. Is 1 squiggly just always like the first decimal you see? Well, if you round it up, it's still 4. If you round it up further, that's 150. Or 55. And if you round that up... This weird rounding up shit, like... I don't... Like, I vaguely understand how it works, but... It seems very kind of left up to your own... I'm sure there's a set rule to follow, but it's so... Because sometimes you have a decimal, sometimes you don't. So it's like, do I account for the decimal even if there's none? Let's see, 154. If you round it up once, that's 54. If you round it up twice, that's 155? Or like 150? 154, if you round up the 5. Okay, if you round it up for the one that's next to it. So 154, that's a 0, so it stays a 4. 154, rounded again, that's 150, just 150. And if you round up the one next to that, it's a 5, so you round up. So 200? I guess 200? I think? What is the Arajan word for house? That's hue. What does neviate mean in Arajan? Neviate, new gate, new gate. The phrase trevenle can be translated in several different ways. Which is the following is not an acceptable interpretation of this phrase? Tree, old end of, and then le is lack of myself. So old tree is not owned by me. My tree is not very old. I cannot see the tree trunk. I feel like it's this one, because this one's about a tree trunk. There's nothing about a tree trunk in there. It's like tree, old, the end of. We saw the trunk is more like the beginning of the tree, so I think it's C. How would you say the following phrase in Arajan? You have a very, very long name. There's no like you. Dovenja? A very, very long name. So would you say large twice, like am? Joram? I think it needs Joram in there. Ulra Joram. I've never seen Ra though. I don't know what Ra means. Because that's Naig day. That means nothing. Word Lu Rado. That's day again. Yeah, it has to be B. That's the only one that says long name, but I don't know what Ra means. How would you tell an Rajan to count me out? The one that has count in it? El count vo? Me count away. Yeah, el count vo. And then this weird thing. Using the provided Erajan terms for cardinal directions, the clearest way you could give directions to someone to point A to get them to point B. In et is. I mean, that's not very clear. It just says go north, then go east, then go south. I mean, that's true, but et tre, that's just east tree. Agin et of tre is ja trevo. First north, east, towards the tree, east last, and then at the tree, once at the tree, go east again. So like if you're like this, you go, but you're not really going east, you're going south. Small north, large east, small tree, east. At the small tree, go southeast, and then a small west. Why would you do a small west? I feel like this one is more accurate. It just says go all the way to the tree, then at the tree go away from it to the south. At last go south away from the tree. I feel like C is more accurate, but this one also kind of is correct. In ancient Orindia, the number 8 was considered near perfect. Only this advanced form of 8 was worthy of numerical perfection. So this is 8 times itself. Let's see, 8 times itself times, so that would be 46. That's not an 8. 8 times itself times itself. So like 8 times 8 times 64. That's a huge number that makes no sense. 8 times 8 rounded up. None of these end up with an 8. Like if you round it up twice, you end up with like 100. But if you square it after, this is like 100. This is like 64 rounded down. I feel like that's also 100. This one's like a huge number, and then this one is 64 inverted like 46. 46 like 46 rooms. 46 like question 46. None of these end up with an 8. That's the thing. But I guess this one ends up with like 46. So maybe that's what it is. But like, where do you get this information? Is that supposed to be in a book somewhere? We've never read that ancient Orindians knew of some near perfect 8. Like, this is just new information we've never seen before. But I feel like it's probably 46. Because it's question 46. So I think I have all the answers now for the final exam. I just need to draft it again and then enter these and see if they're correct. Then there's the passports. Like, I don't know if any information can be found from the passports. What does it say? ID up there. ID. They all have the Fenaries sigil on them. It's just a bunch of names. Samantha Hayes, Arisian, Gray Daniels, compromised. Jean Ribbon. Oh, it's all the different names. J Ribbon. Wait, I thought this was the alias for like other people, not me. Green memos in white boxes are always lies. Wait, the last one we found was in a white box, wasn't it? 2 realms of the same color banner. Okay, so this was a lie. The true treasure of the trove is not in the house. Okay, well, isn't this also a white box? Or is it a blue box? No, it's a blue box. Okay, so this might be true. Well, that's pretty much all the screenshots I have. There's still a few things I don't really understand, namely this weird XYZ ABC thing from the new clue. I really don't know what that's about. I'll have to, I guess, take a look in the library to see if there's some book I missed there. Something about the cover. I don't know. It's all really cryptic, and like I don't want to say some of these puzzles are too obscure. But I do feel like maybe this game takes things just a little too far when it comes to like spreading these tiny little bits of information like all over the game. And if you're someone playing on console, like my girlfriend is playing the game right now and she's playing it on the console, and like it's really hard to just take screenshots and find them through your whole gallery. Like for me, it's a little bit easier because I'm on PC, so I can take screenshots and like circle things and edit them and patch them together. But for someone playing this on console, it would be a nightmare. Like, sure, you can take notes, but you can't transcribe every document in the game on paper. It would take forever. And so I feel like they maybe go a little bit overboard with just how vague some of these hints and clues are. But I mean, if you're still trying to solve mysteries this deep into a game, you're one of the sickos. You're like me. You're someone who just wants to try and solve everything, and it's all optional, so I guess I can't really blame them for making it really difficult, but I don't know, man. It's kind of borderline, if you ask me. So I'm gonna have to somehow patch all of this into a coherent episode. I don't know what the result is gonna be, but I do feel pretty confident that I have most of the correct answers for the final exam, at least 95% correct. Like I might have a few ones. There's a few one I'm not fully confident with, like this one or this one, but I think I should have enough to have like a pretty good score. I need to figure this stuff out. I don't know what the hell that's about. I still haven't been able to translate the letter. I'm hoping there's some kind of clue in the diary, but if not, I don't know. And like I'm still missing so much information for the sigils. Where are you supposed to find it? Because I've read all the books, all the documents. I guess I could still be looking for stamps, but most of the stamps you get after actually opening the sanctum door, so where is this information? Right now I have nothing for Korarika other than the color orange. I have nothing for Eraja, nothing for Morajai. Like for nuance, I know it's aviation, maybe green. That's all I know. Like where the hell is this information? Did I miss something? Like, is there something else in the game that I haven't seen? I don't know, but we still have a bunch of things left to do. That's gonna be in the next episode. Until then, I want to say thank you for watching this kind of weird note reviewing episode. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you're feeling impatient, you can catch the next Blueprints episode right now on my Patreon. So thank you to my patrons for their support. Thank you for watching this video. And until next time, I had fun playing this. I hope you had fun watching it. And I will see you in the next episode for even more Blueprints. Until we finished it. Ovin Nevare.